Well, the Carolina Panthers are looked at as kind of the worst team in the league, and it's really everybody sees how. They made some moves this year. I'm not sure I understand a lot of them. Rico Dowdle, we don't have Miles Sanders. I need to get that one. Get rid of him. All right, well, we got Miles Sanders gone. Now, the rest of the moves, I don't understand bringing in Rico Dowdle. You have Jonathan Brooks, the rookie you drafted last year. I know he's still kind of hurt right now, but you drafted him high. He was supposed to be about one of the best running backs in the class last year. Chuba Hubbard, who plays great every year. I don't even know why they would look to try to replace him. They brought David Moore back. You need receivers, so I feel like they should have gone after a bigger receiver. Bring Tommy Tremble back, bring Christensen back. I tried to re-sign Corbett, wouldn't let me do it. It just would not let me sign him. I offered him a bunch of money. He signed with Seattle. I went to trade for him, moved him, do the old move to punter, bring him back in, whatever. And he's hurting out for like 36 weeks, so there's no point in me even doing that. Defensively, they bring in Wharton. They bring in Bobby Brown III. Trayvon Merrick is another good addition. Re-signed some players, but still a lot of needs on this defense. So we're going to try to rebuild this team. I think this is a good team to rebuild because you really could use everything. You don't have a lot that you don't need. And what I went ahead and did is I tweeted at my number one source for Carolina Panthers news, the Two Growls, One Roar podcast, and asked him what his dream draft looked like as far as positions. And he said edge, safety, defensive line, wide receiver, linebacker. Looking for 1 to 2 starters, but Jalen Walker at 8. So that is going to be our plan. We're going to try to dive into this draft and get Jalen Walker and then hopefully build some from there. And we're at the draft. We have pick 8, so we're going to go ahead and get to it. I'm hoping... Yeah, he's still going to be here. All right, Jalen Walker. I'm probably going to make him a little bit better than what this draft class has him. Just because I think I've taken him before, and he's like 72 overall. He's super low. They have him as a round 2 guy when he's going to be there. He's going to be a first-round talent. But he's hidden depth, so that's all that really matters. We bring him in. He's who most Carolina fans want to draft in the first round. We're going to see how it goes. All right, in the second round, we're going to get Princely Umanmielen. I think that would be a dream left in for them there. Normal dev, I don't really like that, but he's going to be a starter, and, that's 2 starters right there in the first 2 rounds for us. Let's take a look at who we can get in the third round. I think this is where we really go strong safety. We're going to go Jonas Sanker. He's up here. He's high enough. He's good enough. He's a strong safety for us. Ranked, I don't know what he was ranked at. Ranked at 67. Got him at 72. Another starter, even though he's normal dev. Just got to get through this realistic draft class because they don't have great dev traits. So, all right. Jayshon Barham. Gonna move him over to left outside linebacker. I think he'll be a good starter there. Again, a lot of these guys are going to get a lot of play time, so it's not really going to be too big of a deal if we get, if we don't have hidden dev. We're going to take Power Eccles. Looks pretty good. He doesn't look good, but I haven't taken him before. He's not bad. Normal dev. A North Carolina native. I don't know that he's a native, but he went to school there, so we're going to call him a native. Antoine Wells Jr. here. Haven't picked him before. Haven't used him in a rebuild. I'm just going to look for him to develop. That's the only game changer. And we have a lot of picks in this late part of the draft, so this could be a really good area for, this team to really find some decent rookie players like Thor Griffith. I'm just drafting off a name here. Thor sounds pretty good. Another normal dev, 320 pounds though out of Louisville. And he's going to be a beast in the middle. All right, getting a corner here. I don't think we really need one, but Keontae Scott looks pretty good. So ranked at 82, got him at 155. Pretty good corner. Not hitting Dev again. All right, and our last pick in the draft, we're going to go a little homer. Demon Clowney. Look, his brother's on the team. We're going to bring him in. It's a 7th round pick, ranked at 280. Got him at... Not a big deal. You know, just pair him up with his brother. That's all we were hoping for. Oh, 74. I'll take that. We're going to leave him at a 74. A top 10 pass rusher. Like, if he's drafted at 8 next year in Madden, he's going to be a 74 overall, 75 overall hidden depth player. So that matches. Princely, I mean, some good 70 overall players here. You know, we missed on some linebackers. We're going to move Barham over to left outside linebacker and hope that that fixes that spot a little bit. I'm going to definitely try to get some of these guys in and playing, but I think we're doing pretty good. I think that's a good draft class. Oh, and we just did the training camp with Princely and got a dev trait. All right, well, we are here at the beginning of year 1, about to hop into the regular season, and this is how we have the lineup. I want Wells and Coker to try to develop, of course, with Leggett. Adam Thielen, he's great. He is he's the best receiver on the team, without a doubt. But in the Madden verse, we're not going to start him. We're going to let the young guys get their shot. I really want Chuba to continue to grow. He's still, like, I think we can get a good 2 to 3 years. And once we get Jonathan Brooks back, which I don't know how long he's going to be out for, 2 more weeks. Maybe next year, something like that, we turn to Jonathan Brooks. But right now, it's going to be the Chuba show. And then on defense, Jalen Walker back there, Princely, who is starting to develop. We can't wait to get Derek Brown back, obviously. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start Demon. I put Trevin Wallace in here at the starting middle linebacker spot. Just because he's young, he's fast. He's like an uber athlete, so I think he can do a lot. Obviously, we have Jonas Sanker as our starting strong safety, and Keon Scott we put at CB3 to try to get him developing. I mean, it doesn't really matter. All of our other backup, like cornerbacks, are around that level anyway. And Barham, who hopefully he can develop as a left outside linebacker. And yeah, so we have Coker at the slot. I'm content with all this. That is for sure. And I forgot to re-sign J.C. Horn to his deal. But you know what? We're just gonna do it right now. We'll sign him to a huge. Didn't he get like 100 mil? I want to say. That's what we're gonna give him. Give him up. We're gonna stretch it out to 7 though. He ought to take that. And that is an insane payday. Ike Ekwonu, I do want to keep. I don't know if they will keep him in real life, but I do know as far as Madden goes, we need a left tackle. Taylor Moton can go. Coker, if I can get him on like a 12, a 2-year 12, I think that's perfect. Especially if he develops. Like DJ Wanham, he can go. Mike Jackson, Caleb Evans. Just none of these other guys are really, I think, going to be beneficial to our team moving forward. I think Sam Martin will throw on another just little deal. Yeah. And that way, all we have to really focus is bringing back Ike Ekwonu. And we're 2-5. The good part is we're developing. I am going to focus scout corner. I'm not really worried about quarterback. We're going to keep rolling with Bryce Young unless we have to change. Corner is going to be the focus scout position. Bring in a second corner to really, kick off this defense outside of J.C. Horn. Do we have? I mean, we're not getting super great development, but it's not terrible. Of course, we knew Jalen Walker was star dev. We get Derek Brown back, so that's good. I mean, we're not really getting any development. I wanted Trevin Wallace playing, not Josie Jewell. Oh, Merrick is hurt. That's cool. Guess we're just going to be burnt by injuries this year is what it's looking like. And it changed that. We'll throw Wells in there. Now, Bryce Young isn't having a great year. I don't really know. We have a good offensive line. I don't know why outside of that he would be. I mean, it's got to be receivers. So many split carries. I don't know what the deal with that is. Xavier Legette leading the way receiving. Adam Thielen in touchdowns is awesome. Not a terrible amount of sacks, but not great numbers. Trevin Wallace leading the way in tackles. Treshawn Wharton in TFLs. And Princely in sacks. If he can get a Rookie of the Year and another dev trait, that would be huge. Jalen Walker only has one, but not a big deal. 2 picks for Jackson, 2 for Wallace, 1 for Jewell, 1 for Scott, and 1 for J.C. Horn. Guys, real quick, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Dubby. If you need energy and you're tired of the same lame canned energy drinks, all the Red Bulls, Monsters, all that, etc., that's really bad for you, take a look at Dubby. It equates to $1 per drink. They have some great flavors. Go to dubby.gg. Pick out the flavors you want. Maybe get a shaker cup because they have some pretty good ones. And use code BusterPlays at checkout to get 10% off. Now, let's get back to the video. I really want to see, I mean, Princeton getting a dev trait would be awesome. I just want to take a look back. I don't know why Rico Dowdle is getting so many carries. So is Chuba there? Unless Chuba got like hurt for some reason. I don't know why Rico's getting to see the field so much. But regardless of that, it's time to keep on trucking. All right, we have a breakout for a defensive lineman. Is this going to be Derek Brown? That's what it looks like. Derek Brown, 2+ sacks for a dev upgrade. He could go to Superstar X Factor. That would be pretty big, so we are going to try to get that. Real quick, though, I'm going to try to get Ike Ekwonu back signed with the team. I mean, what? We get about one more choice with you, and that's a heck of a payday. All right, well, let's see if Derek Brown can get his dev trait. No, probably not. We lose to the Falcons. And it's a down game, so that figures. All right, well, we finally get Ike Ekwonu signed. It's a 4-year, $64 million deal that gets him signing his name on, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. And it's looking like we are going to make the playoffs. We should win our division here. Yeah, okay, well, we've got to play Green Bay back-to-back, and as you can see last week, didn't go too well. But 9-8, we win our division. That is very interesting. I'm curious to see what turned it around. I mean, Bryce Young had a way better second half of the year. Chuba Hubbard was too short on his 10 touchdowns that I wanted him to get. And not even really a great year. Kind of Rico Dowdle stole some from him. Xavier Legette had a decent year. Coker with a decent year. Antoine Wells, 668, 8 touchdowns. Maybe we could get there with some sort of Rookie of the Year. Not great sack. I mean, there's a lot of sacks. It's just part of it, though. Trevin Wallace led the team in tackles. Treshawn Wharton in TFLs. And Princely with 10 sacks. I'm crossing my fingers for a Rookie of the Year and like a superstar dev. Jalen Walker only 2.5, but he's back there at that like right outside spot where you just don't get a lot of pass rush numbers. A decent amount of interceptions. Trevin Wallace had a pretty good year. Maybe he can get a dev trait too. But yeah, a pretty good year. I mean, a 9-8 year, I'll take that. It's a good development year. Even though we make the playoffs, we're not going to have like a top of the line draft pick per se, like I would like us to. But you know, it is it's part of it. And the team is developing pretty good though. I mean, Coker's up to a 75 overall. Wells is up to a 76 overall, or playing up to a 76 overall. Offensive line looks good. Bryce Young is playing good. Defensively, we got Princely up to a 70, playing up to a 76. Walker playing pretty good. Keon Scott up to a 76 overall. I mean, a lot of good development this year on this team. Jonas Sanker developed a lot. Regardless of that, we are just gonna, I probably won't hop in here. Like, we're going to watch it, but I doubt I take control at all. All right, let's go to the end. Like I said, last week when we played Green Bay, it didn't go good. Now, it's hard to beat a team 2 weeks in a row, but we're talking about Madden, not real life. Now, we do have a lead. They tie it. This is where it could go bad for us, yeah. No, we tie it. 24-17, 24-24. I just don't think, yeah, our offense couldn't keep up. And our defense couldn't get a stop. That was, looks like a good game, though. Oh, no, Bryce Young threw 5 picks. Yikes. That is not good. Chuba Hubbard with a touchdown. I mean, Adam Thielen got in there a lot, and he probably shouldn't be. Xavier Legette with a touchdown. That's a decent game from Antoine Wells. Defensively, I don't know that. Jayshon Barham with a sack. Derek Brown with a sack. That's about it. They had, I mean, J.C. Horn had 2 picks. They had a lot more. So, not a great game from Bryce Young. Now, we're not going to be, I mean, maybe we make the list for Coach of the Year, but I knew we weren't going to win it. Nobody. Offensive rookie, we are at 3rd. Defensive rookie, 2nd. 2 players had better years than Umanlia. I was really hoping for a dev trait there. And, I mean, we're not winning any of these. We might make the list for some of them, but Benjamin Moore won Best DB and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah, we're not in the... Well, I mean, we're in them. We're just not winning. And for dev traits, I would like to see if anybody goes up. Nobody on offense goes up. That is a little bit of a bummer. Defensively, no, nobody go. Oh, Barham does go up to star. I don't really know how, but I'll take it. I mean, it's a dev trait gained. And we lost to Super Bowl champions. Green Bay ended up winning, beating the Baltimore Ravens, so can't be too upset there. All right, well, we're just going to re-sign Bryce Young next year. Taylor Moton, that's a lot for somebody his age, so we're not going to re-sign him, I don't think. And I don't think we're going to re-sign any of these guys. We are going to let them all go. All right, these are the 3 players we're targeting. Since we're lost Taylor Moton, Zach Tom, incredible right tackle. We're going to go after him. Jamison Williams, because he's a really good receiver. We could use one. And Roger McCreary. These are all younger guys. We'll fill out the rest of the rebuild. We get Williams. We get Roger McCreary. We lose out on Zach Tom. We could technically go after Taylor Moton again. What kind of deal is he looking for here? You know what? No, we're not. We're not going to re-sign him. We'll just take our money and roll to the draft, try to replace him there. So I feel good about that. That took away 2 spots that we don't have to really necessarily draft super early now. All right, well, we are at the draft. We have pick 22. I mean, really, I want to go... I have to go right tackle, I think. I think that has to be the move, and we'll probably trade... I mean, McCutcheon's here. What did I find that... Seeing like that's a guy we can move over. All right, I'm not. I know what I'm going to do at tackle, and it's going to be later on. All right, we're just going to take P.J. Morrison. He looks like the best corner on the board. He's a top 5 guy. Ranked at 2, got him at 22. Hidden dev. Easy. All right, now I do want to trade up here. So I think we're going to trade up with the Browns. All right, trading up a lot. But we're moving up for a specific player. I'm not really concerned about how much we're giving away. I think this guy is going to be worth it, and I think we'll be able to get some draft capital back from the guys we're going to trade away after we draft. A.J. Phillips, a round 1 talent, ranked at 7, got him at 33. Hidden dev, he is going to be our new DT1. So we probably will trade Bobby Brown and get some of that late day capital back. Now we kept pick 22 this year, or pick 54 technically. Probably could have gotten rid of it, but there was still another player that I wanted to make sure we could get, and that was going to be this left guard that we are going to move to tackle. Now it's early. Carter Humphreys looks good. Round 1 to 2 talent. Ranked at 32. Got him at 54. Normal dev. Still going to move him to right tackle. All right, I'm taking this receiver here. Jose Salas. He's around 1 to 2. Like, he dropped a lot, but he looks pretty good. Ranked at 120. Got him at 150. And he's hidden dev. Yeah, beautiful steal. All right, we're trading Bobby Brown the second for Daniel Falele and a 7th. I don't really know why, but it was what was offered, so we are going to take it and use that to probably pick up one more offensive lineman, is my hope. 2 A's, Titus Langford. And, you know, I'm just going to take him. That was the best looking guy. A bit of a stretch, not great, but you know what? It'll buff. All right, well, not a terrible draft. PJ Morrison, hidden dev corner, 77 overall. AJ Phillips, 76 overall. Defensive tackle, Carter Humphreys. We moved to right tackle. He dropped an overall point, but not a big deal. 73 overall. Jose Salas was 69 overall, but he is hidden dev, physical receiver that looks pretty good. And Titus Langford was just a 7th round offensive lineman that I was hoping would be a little bit better. All right, well, this is what the team is looking like headed into year 2. I got a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence we can build off this. Our offensive line, a little shaky. Falele, 74 overall. Humphrey, 73 overall. We can look to replace those guys. Jatavian Sanders is starting to develop a little bit. I mean, I might have to turn these XP sliders down. I was looking up some like decent ones, but I didn't expect them to be like this. But see, even like Umanlia, I mean, after that kind of year, I would have expected a bigger glow up. Same with Walker, really. But still pretty good. Barham, he didn't really glow up at all. But decent. A decent glow up year for him. We got our rookies in. I feel confident. PJ Morrison up to a 79 already. That's not that big of a jump. Playing up to, because I mean, he was a 77 overall, so it's not like, same with Phillips. He was a 76. He's gone up 1 and then playing up another. So not a big jump there, but I think we'll do all right. I think we will do all right. I'm looking forward to how this year's going to go out, and I think we should probably be back in the playoffs. All right, well, a little improved on last year. I mean, 3-4. Tampa made a huge jump. Wow, 6-1. Might be fighting a little bit differently for that playoff spot. 98 mil, Bryce Young. You're going to be, I mean, that is an insane contract, but we're going to pay it out. And that's going to be the extent of who we pay. That's just that. I don't think Brady Christensen stays. I mean, Tershawn Wharton we can replace in the draft. I think that's just it. We paid our quarterback. We paid our good players. Now, national focus-wise, I want tight end. If Jatavian Sanders isn't going to get a dev trait and really develop good, big, I just not going to worry about keeping him around. I do want to see if we know any of our dev traits yet. Now, I'm not going to lie about it. I looked at Salas's, his only star. I just wanted to look in case he was like superstar, then I was going to play him. I want Humphreys developing. It doesn't look like anybody's developing at all. And Morrison is star dev. He is developing, which is good. We don't know Phillips yet, but he's continuing to grow. Yeah, I don't mind this. It's not bad. People are growing. I mean, terrible stat line from Bryce Young, the guy that we just paid a boatload of money. 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Chuba, 331 and 4 touchdowns. Why is Rico Dowdle getting the ball at all? Receiving, Jamison Williams, 324, 3 touchdowns. Not great numbers, but I think that stems from our quarterback. And I mean, like, Humphreys isn't necessarily playing bad. Not giving up a lot of sacks. So I'm not super upset there. Defensively, Trevin Wallace leading the way in tackles. Derek Brown at TFLs. Princely Umanlia, 8.5 sacks. Jalen Walker with 5. Pretty good numbers if you ask me. 2 picks from McCreary, 1 from Walker, 1 for Horn, and 1 for PJ Morrison, the rookie. I mean, I kind of want to change it up and get rid of Rico, but like at the same time, I don't really want to because it's not the point of football is not to give up on a player like that. Like, this is what you want out of a team. In real life, that's an pretty good running back room. So you just keep it. Now, I don't know why Bryce Young is not playing well. I might have to do a playbook change here soon. We're going to keep rolling with it for now. All right, so now we do have a receiver breakout for Antoine Wells. Going to keep it a small goal. We are going against Philadelphia. So I don't have a lot of confidence, but I do want to see if he gets this really quick. We have a weekly award winner. I wonder if it's him. I doubt it. I mean, we got blown out. Nope. Does not look like he got it. All right, I believe we're in a win-and-end situation here. Playing the Chiefs, though, so that's a tough situation for us to be in. If this game ever loads, we lose. So we do not make the playoffs. Phillips was only star dev. PJ Morrison only star dev. I was really hoping for like a superstar from one of those guys, but I mean, if we're not going to get it, we don't get it. Bryce Young turned it around in the second half, but like the first half of the year has been tough. Chuba Hubbard, 845, 12 touchdowns is pretty good. Receiving, Jamison Williams, 872 and 8. Antoine Wells, 736 and 6. Leggett, 717. Only 2 touchdowns, though. Our right tackle was pretty good. Not bad numbers. Trevin Wallace, hopefully a dev trait. Derek Brown in TFLs and Princely in sacks with 11.5. 10.5 from Derek Brown. 7.5 from Jalen Walker. Those are great sack numbers. Looks like Roger McCreary with 4 picks. 3 for J.C. Horn. 2 for PJ Morrison. 1 for Walker. 1 for Trevin Wallace. Some really good stats, actually, on the defensive side of the ball. I wouldn't be surprised to see some dev traits there. The offense is struggling. We need to be a little bit better. And I don't really think we're going to see ourselves in any of these award columns. I'm really just looking for the rookies of the year. As offense, we shouldn't have had any, but defense, PJ Morrison comes in second. That is a bummer. Quarterback, no. Ooh, we have Umanlia on best D-line. Linebacker, no. Defensive back, we should have had... I thought McCreary would have been in that. Kicker, not even on the list. So a tough year. Not getting the awards that we were hoping for. I'm hoping for some dev traits, though. Dev traits would make it okay. As nobody goes up or down on offense. That's lovely. Defensively, Trevin Wallace goes up. That's cool. Nobody else moves. I mean, back-to-back years of double-digit sacks. I was hoping Umanlia would go up. I was hoping McCreary would go up. He had a pretty decent year, even. And it's a Philadelphia-Indianapolis Super Bowl. Not really... That's an uninteresting one, really. How did Indianapolis? It just seems like... Indianapolis must be insane. Anthony Richardson won the NFL MVP, so you know this is fake. All right, well, I'm sitting here looking at the free agency, and there's just nobody I really would like to bring in. I think we can really just build from the draft, honestly. Like some of these guys, Kyle Hamilton would be cool, but we're just going to have to way overpay him, and we already way overpaid Bryce Young. Same with Ragnow and Linderbaum. Like, I can get a center in the draft. That's going to have to be the push. So we're just going to get to the draft and try to fix the team there. In the draft, have pick 16. I don't think we have a second. I think we go tight end. I think we go Brendan Manning. We find our replacement. Hey, that's a good tight end. Ranked at 9, got him at 16. Hidden dev. I'm perfectly fine with that. All right, Chad Fisher. Great strength, great excel. Defensive tackle, 192. Got him at 112. Not great, but he's going to be our DT2. And, yeah. All right, well, we only had 3 picks. Now, it may have been a mistake, but we did get one good player. So, you know what? It is what it is. All right, going into year 3, this is the team. The offense looks decent. We could use another receiver. Even maybe 2, really. Just because Xavier Leggett and Antoine Wells aren't really cutting it. The rest of the team looks decent. We need a center really bad. Falele is probably going to get the start there. Humphreys is looking decent. Not the best. We have Manning there at tight end, who hopefully is really good. Defensively, we just went ahead and started Fisher since he is a rookie. I'm hoping maybe he can just get a defensive rookie of the year. And the rest of the defense looks good. I mean, Uman Mielen, he plays really good. He's got double-digit sacks 2 years in a row. He's been on the team 2 years, so not any concerns there. Wallace just went up in dev. He's a uber athlete and going to play good. Barham looking pretty good. Jalen Walker looking pretty decent. Sanker looks good. The corner room looks good. McCreary, still young. I think 27 now, 83 overall. That's fine. Morrison looks really good. I think maybe we bump him up to that CB2 spot, actually, since he's a little bit younger, and we just roll with that. Yeah, I'm content there. Wow, well, I felt confident for no reason whatsoever. 1 in 5. I mean, Bryce Young's not great. Chuba also not great. Is the offensive line just that bad? Receiving numbers are terrible. I mean, Ike Ekwonu seems to be the worst one, even though he's kind of the best, or one of the best. Trevin Wallace got the tackles. Derek Brown in TFLs, and it looks like Derek Brown in sacks was 6.5. I expect Mielen to pick it up there, and I mean, not a lot of interceptions, but I don't know what the deal is here. It looks like it's just our offense. We do have a linebacker breakout. I am interested in seeing who could potentially, I guess Jalen Walker. No, that's probably wrong. Trevin Wallace, actually. 3 tackles for a loss to upgrade his dev trait. And we, of course, lose again. I don't know what. Maybe it's just got to be a playbook change. The defense had success in some areas today. Don't know, disappeared. He just got XP. That's okay, though. I am not upset with that. Let's see. We do have some players to re-sign. $100 million. I mean, Jonathan Brooks is cheap enough that we will keep him. I will keep him on a 3-year 16. Trevin Wallace, we are also going to keep. Probably go ahead and bump that to a 5-year and a 5-year 52.5. Yep. Trevon Merrig. I think we'll just bump them. I'll go down to 2, but bump the money. 2-year 20. Maybe we work with him. Maybe we look to replace him. Damian Lewis. I feel like we can replace him easy enough too. I'm not really too sure about signing any of these guys. I mean, Xavier Legette is really the big one that I would want to re-sign, but he just has not developed. Now, I know he knows his market is low, so a 3-year 21, we'll keep him for that. Even if he's got to be wide receiver 3, he can be wide receiver 3. Let's see. I don't know that we had any dev trait. We had the tight end, Manning. I wonder if he is star defensively. I don't think we had any. Yeah, we did not. Oh, that's cool. Brown's hurt. Yeah. All right, let's keep trucking through and get to the end of the year. All right, well, year 3 was a letdown. 5-12. Not the year you really expect. I think the only person that really developed, as you can see, nobody did on offense, is going to be Trevin Wallace. He had like 4 linebacker breakout part 2s and got 4,500 XP every time he got it. So he must have had an incredible year. I'm not sure about the rest of the defense. We were letting up a lot of points. And it was terrible. Like, several teams. I mean, Bryce Young just not doing good. Chuba Hubbard, at least 10 touchdowns. Xavier Legette breaks 1,000 yards. Very mediocre numbers. Ike Ekwonu letting up a lot of sacks. Yeah, maybe another dev trait from Trevin Wallace. Princely Uman Mielen, 11 TFLs, 10 sacks. Derek Brown with 8.5. Jalen Walker with 5. Not great sack numbers, but not terrible. I mean, Roger McCreary, the only one with double or more than one interception, and then just very mediocre defensive stats. And I don't think we're going to be making any of these leaderboards. Manning, I knew he wouldn't get that. Defensive player of the year, not even on the list. Quarterback, not going to be there. Running back, Chuba Hubbard's at 8. Receiver, I don't think we're going to be on that list. Offensive lineman, Damian Lewis at 5, so we get somebody there. D lineman, Uman Mielen at 6. Linebacker, Wallace at 4. DB, nobody. Kicker, not there either. A really just unproductive year, if you ask me. Maybe we need to make some big moves in the free agency again. We really need a receiver because it's just not working. Uman Mielen still doesn't go up. Trevin Wallace does go up, though, to Superstar Dev. Everybody else stays the same, sadly. Oh, I almost left it out. Jonas Sanker does go up to Star Dev, too, so that is really awesome. All right, Buffalo-Detroit Super Bowl. Let's see who wins it. And the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl. Take down the Detroit Lions. All right, Jalen Walker, for that 5th year, we're taking it. That is a decent 5th year. Merrick can go. He's starting to regress. McCreary can... You know what? For that deal, I'd keep him. Yeah, I'd keep him for that all day. Still have 91 mil. Damian Lewis, we're going to try to replace. And just same with everybody here. We really need to get better this year. We cannot pay mediocre players, so we just got to take our talents to the free agency. All right, these are our 3 guys we're going after. Jordan Davis, Trey. We only get Trey Smith. Wow, we lost out on Creed. I knew Creed Humphrey. We offered him an insane amount of money, too. All right, well, pick 5. It's quite up there. I was hoping we'd be a little... the Bears are still bad. Now... Our biggest need is receiver, which tells me we have pretty much our top pick. I almost think we can trade back. You know what? No, we're taking a free safety. Dimitri Cox, he's top 5 talent. That is a big need. We just lost Trevon Merrick. Ranked at 3, draft him at 5. Hidden dev. Now, we are going to trade back up here. You know, we might just move up in the 2nd round. I think there's a lot of good receivers there. We can kind of we'll be able to get one at 5. I'm taking Pierre Vick. It's just what I'm doing. Taking Pierre Vick. He looks great. Ranked at 20, got him at 37. Hidden dev, another great wide receiver. Now, this may be where we trade. All right, we're trading up. Keeping, well, we already had our 2nd. Keeping our 3rd and so forth. Getting to 54, Kirk Gerard. He's going to be our DT2. Ranked at 52, got him at 54. Normal dev, but he is like a prototypical developable defensive tackle. Oh, I accidentally just simulated that. All right, well, we're calling up San Fran. All right. Yeah, trading up since we made an awful mistake. Not really going to have a lot of players next year. That is for sure. But we're going to come in here and get our center. Rob Dugan, round 1 to 2 talent. Looks fantastic. Ranked at 38, got him at 70. Normal dev, but he'll be a starter. All right, well, Dimitri Cox, that's got to be close to generational. Pierre Vick's really good. Kirk Gerard looks really good. We did pretty good. This is a good draft. I am curious, was this Jaden Webster hidden dev? Strong arm guy. Looks pretty good. I'm half tempted to give him a shot over Bryce Young. Bryce Young has not been playing good, but we're going to keep rolling with it because it is Bryce Young, and this is a Carolina Panthers rebuild. All right, well, we're about to go into year 4, and I've made a promise that by the midseason, if Bryce Young is playing terrible, we're throwing in the rookie and we're trading him away. That's just what it is. All right, Trey Smith, we are going to change his position to left guard. That way it quits moving him around. And he's still just as good. The offense looks just as good. We're going to put Vic there. I want him to see the field. The defense, I mean, Dimitri Cox playing up to an 83 already is awesome. We got great players on defense. We should be locking teams down without any hesitation. You know what I'm going to do with Antoine Wells, just so he doesn't get in? We're going to trade him. There's bound to be a team that wants this player. And it's just, who is it? Now, I'm just taking this. Yeah, a 23-year-old, 79 overall running back. That's exactly what we're doing. Jonathan Brooks gets to start this year. Hopefully, he can still develop and we didn't waste away all his career. Like I think we did. And yeah, team looks good. I have zero complaints this far, but it's only week 1, so let's get to the midseason and see if we have anything to complain about then. Well, 3 and 4 is a bit of an upgrade. I do like that. 88 mil. Okay, we have some players to re-sign, and I think we're going to start with Princely. I mean, we just got to pay him, right? Yeah. Derek Brown, 30. I think a 2-year. He stays. Jonas Sanker, what are you looking for? We're going to make this a 5. Bump you up a little bit. Okay, that's a good deal. 38 mil left. I don't know about, well, I mean, we don't. Yeah, I mean, all we have to sign next is Jayshon Barham, and I think we can do that here with a 4-year. Yeah, 31 mil left. And Robert Hunt, but we can replace him easily enough. And Bryce Young is doing a lot better. Now, we did change playbooks, but I changed them like the middle of last year, and they made no difference last year. But this year, Bryce Young, 1,700 yards, 19 touchdowns, 6 picks. Jonathan Brooks, 4.8 a carry. Only 3 touchdowns, though. Jameson Williams, 638, 3 touchdowns. The rookie Vic with 9. Leggett with 5. Looks like Robert Hunt. Not a lot of sacks. I like that. Trevin Wallace in tackles, of course. Princely in TFLs. Derek Brown in sacks. Princely's sack numbers have gone down. I guess that makes sense. We should have looked before we paid him. All right, I'm hoping we have some really good dev traits here, as Vic is just star dev. Should have known that. Dugan is hurt. That's awesome. And Dimitri Cox is only star dev. That one hurts. That one definitely hurts. What dev trait is this quarterback? He's going to be something stupid too. Watch this. He's going to be like superstar. Nope, just star. I can live with it. Well, 3 and 4, we really got to buckle in and see if we can keep winning some of these games. Well, this franchise may just be cursed. 7 and 10. Trevin Wallace is going to be a superstar X Factor. Great re-sign by us. Bryce Young, that's a great year. How do you not win more games? I don't know. Decent year on the ground. Not great, though. 2,000-yard receivers. Pierre Vic's going to be Rookie of the Year. He should be Superstar X Factor. Xavier Leggett should go back up to star. I mean, 840, but 15 touchdowns. That's almost Offensive Player of the Year numbers by Vic. Jameson Williams, 1,200 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's not what I wanted. Ike Ekwonu is... Carter Humphreys still has yet to have over 10 sacks in a year. Trevin Wallace led the league in tackles. Princely in TFLs. Another great year from him. Phillips with 8 sacks. Derek Brown with 8. Jalen Walker didn't really do anything to finish out the year. 2 picks from Sanker, 2 from McCreary, 1 for a couple others. Not great interception numbers. Well, we have a San Francisco-Houston Super Bowl. That's another odd one. Haven't seen that matchup before. I mean, Bryce Young making 10 for NFL MVP. We're not going to be on the Coach of the Year list. Pierre Vic at 2nd for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, nobody. Offensive Rookie does go to Pierre Vic. We knew that. Defensive Rookie, not there. Quarterback, Bryce Young at 3. That's the highest he's been. Nobody for running back. Pierre Vic getting wide receiver of the year. Xavier Legette was at 8, though. Offensive lineman, Trey Smith at 8. Defensive lineman, Uman Mielen at 6. Best linebacker, Wallace at 7. Best defensive back, nobody on the list. Best kicker, Reichard at 5. So we got some numbers. It is, I'm very happy about that. I am curious of our dev traits. We had to have some. Vic goes up to superstar. Legette doesn't go up at all. 15 touchdowns. I mean, he's still young, too. Bryce Young goes up to superstar dev, so that is big as well. Nobody else on offense moves, though. Defensively, Uman Mielen finally goes up to superstar dev. Sanker goes up to superstar dev. Trevin Wallace goes up to superstar X Factor. And the San Francisco 49ers with Jared Curley win the Super Bowl. Well, the re-sign period's here, and we're letting everybody go. I am not concerned with any of these guys, really. Everybody can go. We are going to replace them all. Yeah, we're just going to go after Connerly. Hopefully we get him. And we do. We have our new right tackle there. Well, we have one goal here. And it's probably going to be to trade back, since we did, like, trade away all of our picks. And, yeah, because we don't have another pick till round 4. Now, I just want to make sure we're not missing out on, like, anybody incredible here. But it just doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like anybody good enough. If we can get into the second round, I mean, we really have our choice of left guard here, which is a need. We don't need right guard anymore. And we can then just pick a bunch of backup players. So we are going to trade back. I'd like to get, I mean, the earlier in the second, the better. Or, I mean, just really the most amount of picks. But I'd hope for them to be this year. A first at 28, a first next year, a third, a fifth. It might be the Colts, really. That's a lot this year, but I'd like to, I mean, I can always trade back from 14. You know, I kind of think the Colts. And then I might even trade back from 28. You know, Jacksonville is looking to hook us up. And we've done some business with them before, so we're going to do it again. They said, we'll repay the favor. We know what you want to do. Let's get it done. All right, taking this guy. It's a bit early. Second round, he's supposed to be 3rd to 4th, but it's perfect, so it doesn't really matter. Hidden dev. Okay, taking a middle linebacker. Elite speed. Just, it caught me. Hidden dev. That's great. We don't really need him. But he's going to be a backup, and yeah, it's as simple as that. A hidden dev safety here, Ronnie Watson, was supposed to be around 2 to 3 guy. We got him around 4. Now, he is ranked 250. We got him at 106. But he's hidden dev, not a complaint in the world. A kicker that was ranked at 5 and hidden dev. Sweet. We got Jeremiah Wilcox, 73 overall hidden dev. Leary, 73 overall hidden dev. An 79 overall kicker is insane. And a punter, 72 overall. This defensive tackle, Montrell McCree, I thought was going to be better. Rodney Watson is star dev, or hidden dev at least, so I didn't really have any expectations on him. But a good enough draft. We have replaced some key pieces. And we're going to get those guys plugged in. We'll see you once we get them. All right, well, we're here in year 5, and this is the team. If we can't win games this year, we never will. I will just have to stop doing Madden rebuilds because it's not going to happen for me. Bryce Young, looking good, superstar dev. Pierre Vic, superstar dev, second-year player now. I mean, the rookie offensive lineman brought in Trey Smith, Connerly. Dugan is 79 overall. He's good enough. I mean, Ike Ekwonu will probably give him the most sacks anyway. The defensive line looks strong. Uman Mielen finally getting that superstar dev. Walker, Barham, Trevin Wallace, Sanker, Dimitri Cox, J.C. Horn, P.J. Morrison. We got a really good team. We should win games this year without a problem. All right, well, Year 5 at the midseason, not looking too hot. 3-5 is not really where we want to be. I think we should be winning a lot more games. Don't know why we aren't. Offensive line looks good. Wilcox was star dev. It's about the only dev trait we had on offense. Leary was star dev. I don't know why he's seeing the field enough to get a dev trait unless it was just purely the preseason. Yeah, he shouldn't be. So that is just unexplainable, really. And we have some good, like we're ranked high on offense. So we were the 4th best passing offense, and it shows Bryce Young, 1,800 yards, 16 touchdowns, only 5 picks. Jonathan Brooks is doing okay, not great receiving. Jamison Williams doing really good. Pierre Vick on really good pace. Even Xavier Legette, I mean, that's the best season he's had so far. Blocking, Ike Ekwonu and Connerly both giving up 5 sacks apiece so far. Not great, but not terrible sack numbers. Trevin Wallace in tackles. Princely, Uman-Mielen in TFLs, and it looks like Princely as well in sacks. Derek Brown with 5, Jalen Walker with 4, Phillips and Leary with 2. 1 pick for Jalen Walker, 1 for Sanker, 1 for McCreary. Not getting great interception numbers. So let's keep on trucking along, and hopefully we can make the playoffs and turn this around. All right, well, I think we have a quarterback breakout for Bryce Young. I mean, it's obviously got to be Bryce Young. I didn't know if maybe a rookie or there was some sort of injury. You know what? I'm just going to go easy goal. I want him to get that superstar X factor. 325 and 2 touchdowns is still, that's a lot. We got a game against Tampa Bay. So let's see if he can get it. We're 4-4. Don't feel too good about this. Those kind of goals is just ridiculous. We do beat Tampa Bay 30-10. Gives me a little bit of hope that maybe he got it. And we have another breakout. Wasn't my best game. Okay, so I don't think he's going to get the superstar X factor there. Yeah, just a bunch of XP, which, we'll take. At the end of the day, I would like to see who the linebacker is, though. Will Leary. Why is he getting so much playing time? We're going to give him 6 tackles, 1 interception. Unless, I guess if Trevin Wallace is getting hurt a lot, I just don't see why he's getting so much playing time as the backup. But we're going to see if he gets that dev trade upgrade. Another win against the Bills here. Turned to 6-4. I doubt he got that goal. That was a 6 tackles and an interception is plus. Or is a lot. Not plus. But XP. I mean, you got to do the dev trait scenarios and at least get the XP. All right, well, we're going to keep trucking to the playoffs, so we will see you there. All right, well, we end up going 12-5, winning the division. We're the 4 seed. A lot of really good teams this year in the NFC. Dallas back up top the NFC East. Green Bay still doing what Green Bay does. San Francisco at 12-5. Historically for the last 10 years have led that division. Carolina, though, that's, we got to go back to when Ron Rivera was there and probably years before he got fired to hit that 12-5 spot. So it has definitely been a while for Carolina. I want to say we went on this huge string of winning games. Obviously, we only lost 1 more game to end the year. Bryce Young, incredible year. He's probably going to go up to Superstar X Factor after this. 4,300 yards, 44 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Jonathan Brooks, almost 1,000 yards, only 5 touchdowns. Monty Garner with 8, though. Pierre Vick, 1,200, 15 touchdowns. Legette, 1,113 touchdowns. Jamison Williams, 1,007 touchdowns. The rookie with 5 the tight end with 5 and 4. It looks like, our 2 tackles, but still under double-digit sack numbers. Trevin Wallace leading the way in tackles with 119. Princely, Uman-Mielen, 22 TFLs, 13 sacks led the way. Derek Brown with 10, Walker with 6, Phillips with 5.5, Leary with 3. 2 picks for Horn, 2 for McCreary, 2 for Sanker, 1 for Walker, and 1 for Trevin Wallace. So we are going to hop into this game against the New York Giants. I think we can win this one. should have a little bit of an advantage. All right, well, we have home field advantage here at Carolina. I don't know the name of their stadium. Never been there that much, but we're going to jump to the end of the game. Hopefully, we take a 7-0 lead. 14-0. Let's grab the momentum. 21-14. I'm sorry, 21-21. We got a little bit of shootout. We got a nice score before half. 35-21 now. Up 3 touchdowns. That's 45-29. They put up something there to end it. That's what I was expecting. That is what I was. It's Carson Beck. Huh. Haven't seen them with him yet, but Bryce Young, 344, 3 touchdowns. Jonathan Brooks had 2 touchdowns. Manning with the receiving touchdown. Leggett with the receiving touchdown. Let's defensively. That's what I wanted. Derek Brown, 4 sacks. Trevin Wallace with a sack and a half. Uman with a half a sack. I was about to say 5. No interceptions, though. All right. Let's go to the divisional, see who our opponent's going to be there. And we have the Green Bay Packers. Now, we did play them in the regular season and lost. So this is a little bit of a revenge game for us. I think we can, man, they got some players. All right. Let's jump to the end of the game. Hopefully, here in Lambeau, too. We can win this, though. I have faith in our team. We are good enough. We have a 14-3 lead, 14-10. As long as we take care of the football. 17-10, 20-17, 23-17, and that's it. We win. That was a close one. That was a nail biter. I should have slowed it down a little bit. Looks like Jordan Love had quite the game on us, too. Yeah. Outplayed Bryce Young. Bryce Young was able to win, though. Jonathan Brooks with a pretty good game. 68 yards and a touchdown receiving. I mean, they kind of crushed us. Vic with 46. Williams with the receiving touchdown. Yeah, they kind of crushed us receiving-wise. They threw the ball way better. Defensively, though, J.C. Horn, 10 tackles. Uman with a sack and a half. Phillips with a sack. Derek Brown with a sack. Leary with a half sack, McCreary with the interception, and then whoever Denzel Burke is with the other. And we make the NFC Championship, so that's really good news as we try to get to the Super Bowl in year 5. And we're just running the gauntlet. I mean, we didn't have to play San Francisco, but New York, Green Bay, and Dallas. We did have to play the 1 and 2 seed, so we do get a weekly award. And it's going to be Roger McCreary. We got one last week, was Derek Brown. That was obvious, 4 sacks. It's probably going to win Player of the Week every week if you get 4 sacks in a week. So perfectly fine with that. Let's hop into this NFC Championship. I'm not going to say scared. They don't have Dak anymore. Wheeler. And it's Superstar X Factor. Dallas getting a little lucky there, replacing Dak that easily. On to another Superstar X Factor. We are at AT&T, and we are going to jump to the end of the game. We might slow this one down in the 4th quarter, depending on how it's looking, as we do take a lead, 14-0. Their offense is struggling to move. Okay, I say that. They put up 10 unanswered on us, 13 unanswered on us. Can our offense get it going? There we go, 21-13. I think we can hold out. I'm not going to... All right. I'm going to slow it down here as, wow, Dakota Wheeler to CeeDee Lamb. But that's game over. We win. 24-19, a nail-biter. And it looks like Bryce Young may have done the outplaying today. 3 touchdowns, 245, 1 interception. Monty Garner with 74 yards. Didn't see that coming. Pierre Vic, 88, 2 touchdowns. Leggett with a touchdown and 76 yards. Derek Brown, Uman and Phillips with sacks. McCreary with an interception. Dron Bland had one on their end. Pretty good game. And we make the Super Bowl against the Los Angeles Chargers. Kind of the team you want to see. Quinn Ewers winning MVP. Where does that put Bryce Young down at 7 after the year he had? We do win Coach of the Year, though, with Dave Canales. I don't know how many award winners we're going to have. Uman at 3. Deshaun Jackson, still around apparently. Reincarnated. Leary did make that list. Bryce Young at 3 for quarterback. Not going to be on the list for running back. Nobody on the list for O-line. Defensive line, Umamielen at 2. Linebacker, Jalen Walker at 3. DB not on the list. Man, the Packers had 3 DBs on that list. Is that Javon Holland? It is. Okay. And best kicker, O'Donnell is at 8. No award winners. That is a little tough. I do want to see what kind of depth traits we're going to get for this Super Bowl boost here. None on offense. I mean, Leggett didn't even go up to star depth. It was 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns didn't go up. Bryce Young didn't go up after the year he had. What about defense? Umamielen does go up to superstar X Factor. That is the depth trait we wanted. Looks like PJ Morrison is hurt, which is not good for this Super Bowl, but hopefully we, play good enough that it's all right. I mean, not a lot of O'Donnell's superstar. That's cool, but just not the depth traits I was hoping for after the year we had. But regardless of all that, we're going to hop into this Super Bowl. Try to take down the Los Angeles Chargers. We might hop in for a drive here. I have yet to play with this team, so I kind of would like to see what the capabilities this offense has. But probably won't be for a while, and it'll probably only be in a tight spot if we are in one. As Los Angeles scores first, but we answer back with 7. Then we got 14. Not able to score at the end of the half. 17-3. 24-3. All right, here is what we are going to do. We're going to hop in for an offensive drive here. I just want to see what this team can do. I mean, we have a lot of playmakers. Manning, Vick, Williams, Leggett, Brooks. A lot of players. We're going to hit Manning. Get the first down. Let the third quarter end. I do think Jonathan Brooks probably could have developed a little bit more. But I'm not upset with how things went. And he just threw the ball away there. I don't know what situation happened there. All right, going to run to the strong side here. Get a gain of 3. Oh, he catches that one. Bouncing off players. This is an easy team to move the ball with, man. Weapons everywhere. Like here, what do we hit? We hit Manning for a gain of 7. Wrap that up. Feels nice and good. We're going to try this snag under. I really like this. Try to get Leggett involved. I am going to check Jameson Williams because if he is wide open, there's a little bit of delay on this drag. No, we're just going to hit Leggett, and he is going to fall forward, get the first and goal. All right, Jameson Williams, let me see you on this slant. No, nobody can catch the ball. Man, I can't score. That sidestep from that offensive lineman was just terrible. All right, we're going to hit Salas. He's getting into the end zone. That's 30-3. We're not playing anymore. We're just going to go to the end of the game. We should win the Super Bowl. I mean, we're up by like 20, whatever. And that's it. That's game over. We took enough time off the clock. We win Super Bowl year 5 against the Los Angeles Chargers. This is a good team, too. Year 4, we had a fall off that I just don't expect out of a year 4. Normally, you expect that year 3. That fall off year 4, and I don't understand it because we didn't really add any like super huge pieces, right? We already had the pass rushers. We already had the receivers. We had the running back. We had a serviceable offensive line. We had corners. Like we had all those players. Why none of them could play? I don't know. I think that's what made me change the playbooks really. Halfway through year 4, and I think it was just a little too late as Bryce Young had an incredible day. 397, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's awesome. He's the Super Bowl MVP. Jonathan Brooks with not a terrible day. Jameson Williams, 111 and a touchdown. Leggett with a touchdown, and of course y'all saw the touchdown to Salas. I'm going to assume we probably had... Derek Brown had 3 sacks. Umamielen had a sack and a half. Barham had a half sack. Cox had a half sack. Fisher had a half sack. I don't know who either of those are. That's not what I wanted. No interceptions. Was there a defensive touchdown that's going to steal? Nope, no defensive touchdowns. O'Donnell was perfect. What did our punting look like? Drew Phillips, along a 55, none inside the 20. That's kind of bad, but we had 3 inside the 20 against us and still put up 31. Well, guys, as y'all know, that is going to wrap this up. Go ahead and get this video to 30 likes, and I will do another part to this, making it a 10-year rebuild with the Carolina Panthers. It looks like Jameson Williams is going to need to be replaced. He's starting to regress a lot. Leggett, not really doing anything, so we'd have to find some guys. We have to pay people. I don't know what kind of salary cap situation we're in, so it'd be just a problem. So get this video 30 likes if y'all want to see that. Let me know what team y'all want to see next down in the comments. Other than that, let's end this one off. The offense looks good. Jonathan Brooks is still... We may have to replace him in like 2 years maybe if we were to continue, but right now he's good. Or we can deal with it. Pierre Vick, Bryce Young, fantastic. Trey Smith, probably getting to that retirement age. Connerly, Ekwonu, Wilcox, and Dugan, and Manning, all really good. Don't have to replace those guys unless we lose them via contract. Umamielen regressed. He's 28. I didn't change the regression sliders. He was Superstar X Factor. I'm not going to worry about changing it back right now because it doesn't mean anything. Now, maybe if we did a 10-year, I would maybe change his back. Trevin Wallace developed great for us. We brought in Barham year 1. Jalen Walker, really good. Didn't really put up the sack numbers, not the pass rusher you were hoping for, but I think that's just a playbook thing with this Madden team, or with this Madden. I think realistically, he probably finds himself more on the D-line than not. Maybe we shouldn't have drafted Umamielen. Maybe we should have just stayed with Walker and moved him down to this spot and let him develop. J.C. Horn, really good. We had drafted P.J. Morrison. He's really good. Brought in Roger McCreary. I think we brought him in. I don't think he was on the team. Jonas Sanker, we drafted year 1. Another great guy. We had drafted Cox. Dimitri Cox. That's who it is. Another really good guy. Backup. Drafted defensive tackles. Our superstar kicker lost his dev, so that's not great. A dominant team all around. I think this is a team you can definitely take back to back. I don't know if you have, I don't know who needs to be re-signed. I think maybe we take a look at that real quick. So Phillips, Morrison, Jalen Walker, Jameson Williams, Braden Manning, Monty Gardner, maybe. And maybe we don't re-sign him. Ike Ekwonu, and I think that's really all we'd have to worry about. And to be honest, Jameson Williams, we let him walk, 29 years old, star dev, not worried about that. Jalen Walker, P.J. Morrison, and A.J. Phillips, those would be the big 3 we would worry about re-signing. Not a big deal. I think we could definitely let that go. So if y'all enjoyed this, go ahead, be sure, hit that like button. Like I said, get this to 30 likes. We'll do a second part. Let me know down in the comments what team you want to see next. And hit that subscribe button if you enjoy Madden content. We do some NCAA content when it's requested. If y'all want to see a college team done, request a college team. I'll be sure to do it. We're trying to build a great community over here, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, y'all have a good one.